Hello, I'm Mike84, and today I'm going to be doing a Cryengine tutorial on how to set up your first basic AI. Okay, so this is my third attempt at this. I've had many problems in the past, and I even almost uploaded one of my fails last time. But anyway, here's how you're going to create your first artificial intelligence, which will walk around. Anyway, so here we have a little scene I've made, and what we want to do is we want to get a human to walk around it, and eventually when he sees us, shoot it. That's the end goal. By the way, I still have no editing software, so the quality will be down a bit. Okay, so we'll firstly go into Entity, go to AI, Characters, Human. Drag a human out, place him wherever you like in your scene. I've put him here. Next, you're going to want to go into AI. This is in Create Object, and find navigation area. Next, you're going to start it off by clicking somewhere on the edge of where you'd like your character to move, and then continue clicking on the edges until you're completely done. In order to stop you from making all these points, you're going to want to double click eventually. So make it as pretty much as sort of detailed as you can, so that you can get all the area that he can go into. That way you're utilising all the space and you won't get him just not walking somewhere. Okay, nearly done here, and then let's go around here. Stick to wherever he can actually go, though. If it's a place that's too thin for him to go, he'll actually just teleport to that area, which won't be ideal. And it looks like I've just hit the end, so let's double click, and now you should have an area that looks something like this, but tailored to what your shape is. Next, click on the movement tool and find the little gizmo here. Next, put it so that all the blue points here underneath the ground, otherwise it might think that somewhere is somewhere they can't stand, and it will just essentially teleport to each of the places that you want it to. Unfortunately, if you play it like this, he won't actually walk around. He will just stand there and do an idle animation. So unfortunately you do have to do some work to get him to move. Here's what you're going to do. So let's start off. You're going to, in AI, find tag points. Place a few around your world. I'm going to place about 4. I'll just place one here, one here. Let's do one here. And one here. Okay. Now, unfortunately, again, he won't walk to these on his own. You do have to do a bit more work just to get him to work. So as you can see, he'll just continue doing his little idle animation. So the way that you're going to get him to walk in between each of these points is fairly simple. Go out of AI and back into Entity, then scroll down to Default and open that up and click Flow Graph Entity. Drag one out, you can put it wherever, it won't be seen in the game, so you should be fine. If you right click it and click Create Flow Graph, you can call it whatever, we'll call it Patrol. And next, if you go into your Flow Graph tab, which has come up, you can dock it wherever you like. It will come up with something like this. So the way you're going to do this is, firstly, add start node. This essentially means when the game started, this will happen. Now, for those of you who don't know, the node section here, or the flow graph, is a simple, more graphical way of programming. It's not quite as effective as actually programming, but it's much easier and generally a sort of shorter learning curve. Okay, next, add node and AI sequence and start. Drag output to start, and when it says choose entity, you're going to find your human in your level explorer here. Right click, assign selected entity. Next, move across, add node, AI sequence, and you're going to do move. This is going to tell you, this is going to tell the human where to move. So Next, you're going to want to assign selected entity, and then this time you apparently I'm getting errors for some reason. So yeah, this will essentially start it moving. So click on your tag point here. This is going to be the first place that it moves to. So you don't actually have to start numerically. You can do wherever you'd like it to start first. Boy, that's annoying. So right click and add selected entity. You'll notice here it will say entity, tag point, and then tag point 1, which is the name of the actual entity below. You'll see the position tag here. You're going to drag that into the position tab of the AI sequence move. This will tell it where to move to. Next, click on this and copy, and then right click and paste. This time select your second tag point. Oh, that is actually so annoying. And then add selected entity, and again add the position tab into the position node. Again, do exactly the same, so paste and click on tag point 3 or whichever one you'd like. It's not really specific on being in order, so you can do it whichever one you want to go to first. Add position to position, and then we've got one more to do, so we'll just add selected entity, drag it up. Oh, that was the wrong one to do. Whoops, shouldn't be doing that in my own video. So let's delete that. Instead, paste, and then tag point 4, add selected entity, drag them to the position. Next, up the top, connect each of the done to start. Done, start, done, start, done. Oh no, that went wrong. Done, start. Next, at this end, so once you've finished all of them, you're going to add node, again AI sequence, and select end. Attach done to end, and then you're going to click on human, and then right click, assign selected entity, so it'll know which one to stop. And apparently there's loads of errors, so I'm just gonna... Okay. Oh my, how is that? Okay, right. So now you should have something that looks like this. Could be longer, could be shorter. Let's go into perspective, and now we'll play the animation. And you'll notice now that he'll just walk in between each of the little tag points here. As you can see, he'll just move in between them. Now let's stop that, and let's actually play. And you'll notice that directly as he sees us, he'll start shooting. We can easily combat that though. So that is how to make your very first AI scene with moving characters. You can use this for lots of different things, and it's definitely useful. If you want to know more about how to create things in Cryengine, in the description I have a link to a very useful book that should teach you all the beginner things to help you get started and understand the basics of Cryengine. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this was useful to you, and if it was, if you could leave a like, that'd be nice, so that I know that I'm doing something right. But apart from that, thank you for watching. Goodbye.